changed. I was literally like, this has changed so much. And a lot of the friends that were at the funeral just was like, oh my gosh, couldn't even recognize him.
All right, boys, we're live, but we're still on a timer. 2:45. 2:45. They can hear everything we're saying right now. Okay. So keep that in mind as to what is being said. And that's it.
Larry Adams is in here.
I'll bet you he is. I'll bet you he is. Facebook, ICC, that's good. Awesome. Yep, he's in. That was 32 seconds. He was pretty slow this time. Larry Adams, I just love this guy. I just love him. Because when we go live, I know we've got one viewer. Most important thing. It just
it takes one.
Takes one to make a village, as they always used to say. Okay, so I'm going to hug in here with you. And I'm actually going to adjust this just slightly. Yeah, I'm sure mess this whole thing up. There we go. All right, boys, I'm going to take a piss. See you later.
Okay. All right.
Pops, you like that California? You like that?
Which?
Your Ferrari?
Mine's the 599.
Oh, it's $5.99? Okay.
Yeah. V12 range. Yeah, Ferrari is, California is a 8 twin turbo.
Okay.
Little shorter wheelbase because of the convertible.
What year is yours?
Mine's an 09.
Would you recommend Carrie wants to get that California? Because you told her to get it.
It's a cool car.
They don't give those away.
Right. No, finding one at a good deal, it's tough right now.
I'm ready for you.
And then he's got the pony on it. Those for big money.
Look at that. Look at that with the memory of Nathan. Let's go. Ooh, we already got people talking to each other. Well, we got to be actually getting pretty close. We got 35 seconds.
Can I get a cut?
Chris is
Yeah, grab a cut. Oh, yeah, that's not my cutter. Do whatever you want. I don't give a shit.
Oh, I'll try not to.
Do you see when he almost lopped his finger off?
No.
Yeah,
During our little Maduro mastermind, I lit a cigar without it being cut. Didn't work out very well.
That happens. That happens. 7 seconds. 5, 2. Bam. That's it. That's it. What's up, boy? Oh, yeah. This is, all right, we're going to do this.
How we doing?
Let's go. Let's go. Awkward white guy high fives all the way around.
That's it. That's it.
Jeez, we got some soul in the building today.
That's it.
Okay, what's up, everybody? What's up, y'all?
How's everything going?
It's going good.
It's here. We're here. It's
You
Cigar
ready?
Talk Live. It's
You ready?
Tuesday night, the night we live for, except for Saturday mornings.
Well, we live for a lot of, we live, almost every day for the day. But tonight, especially, because this is Cigar Talk Live. If you're coming in, welcome. That's all we've got to say. This is Cigar Talk Live, our Tuesday get-together, where we get to sit and smoke cigars with the fine people behind the lens and the fine people in front of the lens. We're just going to come together. We're going to connect. And I've got a goal here. I've got a goal that we've only surpassed one time. I want 200 comments on this stream. I'm going to go ahead and say it.
Even if you have to make a comment one word at a time.
I don't care.
To get your whole sentence out, make it a 10-comment
There is no
question.
cheating. We want 200 comments. That's my goal. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. And also, while you're commenting, just like and share this. You know what to do. And you know who does know what to do? Is Daniel Himmel, who's on my left, a dear friend of ours, for a long time. And we've also got another face, Brad McGough over there. Man of many words.
Say hi, everybody.
You know they're listening.
This is not a still picture.
But what's up? How you doing? What did we just get done doing? Because I think it's something that is badass.
I think we just got done doing networking that doesn't suck, which is a great event put on by ICC.
Kevin?
It's, like, what's the only place that you can come and smoke a cigar and talk about business? And there's not a lot of places you can do that. And this is it. It happens every, what is it?
The last
Tuesday of every month.
Yeah,
What
and it
I-
was full tonight. It was really full.
I was happy with the turnout.
Really?
We were basically at capacity up front,
Mhm.
and the Maduro Mastermind looked like you guys were full in the back
Super
as well.
full. We
Yeah.
changed lives.
And it's Tuesday. What I like is how you guys, I mean, we say no politics or religion, but you guys made everyone atheists, libertarians immediately in 2
Yeah.
hours.
Right.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
I just, cheers to everyone who's out there. Oh yeah, cheers.
Oh,
cheers
we have to toast.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is. Sam is going on with a Southern Draw, 300 hands. I did see Chris Remy Thomas talking shit. I'm all right with TX whiskey. I'm gonna say.
It has a good maple syrup kind of vibe with it.
Are you a whiskey guy?
I am.
Okay.
I like the TX. Just, I think it's a great whiskey to have, just straight. Like it's a good, neat whiskey, easy to drink. You don't need to dilute it. I like TX for that.
I agree. I mean, we can hate on it because I see that in the cigar world. Is you get into the actual like real boutiques, and then anything who isn't a real boutique, you're like, it's a piece of shit. You know, the same thing with TX whiskey. You know what? I should drink it because I'm not even cool enough to like whiskey in the first place. I just do it to catch a buzz on a Tuesday. You know.
That's right. It is a Tuesday. It's a great Tuesday. TX Tuesday.
TX Tuesday.
Okay, let me stop.
He's
for a
a
second.
branding phenomenon. This guy.
He is a high functioning savant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy. He is.
High functioning.
I saw him counting matchsticks out in the parking lot.
He
And
made the matchstick.
his wife throws them on the ground, and then he throws out a number.
And she tells me to pick him up. And
Yeah.
then I pick him up.
Yeah.
Pick him up, you slob.
Rodney Smith coming in. You want to throw him a good one?
Good day, miss.
Whoa.
What? It's just, look, he's from Oklahoma. He's not going to understand.
Gotcha. We've got Chris Coulter saying I like the blended better than their bourbon. I don't know any different. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna drink it because hey, we're here. We're connected.
It's
That's
Tuesday
what
night.
it's made for. Like drinking. Like I get, like you said, I like the whiskeys and I enjoy like a fine whiskey, but I can't stand when people go crazy about like, oh, this is this whiskey, this is this level, or I have 8 bottles of Pappy or whatever like that. Like it's
You
made
just lost half of our viewers.
Sorry. Hey, but I've had the best, but it's made to drink. Let's drink it with friends, and that's what it's there for.
And it's
So,
made to smoke. And
Yeah,
do you mind if I use your little cutter to cut my finger off?
yeah.
Thank you.
So speaking of cigars, what are we all smoking tonight? Now I know what you're about ready to cut into, and
That's
I know
what
what
Brad's.
you have lit.
Brad, talk about this thing, shall you?
So I'm smoking the House Sick from Industrial Cigar Company. It's one of my favorites. You don't find it really anywhere else, and it's made by principle. Such a great stick. You really can't find anywhere else.
No, you can't. The house is the house. It's for us. It's an incredible cigar. We ran out about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Come to find out, Darren had 460, I think, hiding. That's probably, could be 2 years post-roll. And
It's look. This on paper, this is a perfect example of. There was a fella. His name is Josh out front. I'm gonna just take. I don't think he's watching, so I'm just gonna say this, and hopefully he's watching, so at least he's here to see this. But he's a quantum numbers guy, and he's asking these questions like, so is there any sort of, equation that we could do? With this experience, we know exactly what this tobacco does, and then this one, and then there's basically an equation that we could say this is going to be, and this.
he wants to try to put math in
And
a cigar.
what I said is,
Yeah.
you would die of an aneurysm in about 3 days working with the Nicaraguans or with the Dominicans, because this tobacco cigar shouldn't work.
Doesn't work.
It's
No.
really stupid on paper.
It's peanut butter and ketchup, but it should not work, and it does.
Really.
Yeah, it's weird because inside here you have, on the outside you've got Nicaraguan, which would tell you one thing, full.
Mm-hmm.
Underneath there is Cuban Brazilian. You shouldn't even do that with a binder because it's got too much flavor and the
Yeah.
combustion isn't going to work.
And you would normally
on
put it
paper.
as a wrapper.
Then inside we've got some Peruvian, Dominican, and Nicaraguan. Weird stuff all the way through, but it just works.
It
wide
It's
open.
so good.
Grab some throttle, it'll fix itself.
I'm actually going to be bringing it to one of my best friends' wedding for, like, I'm one of the groomsmen, and I actually am buying a whole bunch of the house sticks for that special occasion.
Perfect for it.
It really is.
So I'm smoking the Principal Patria, and this batch that came in, the wrapper on this is so much darker than the previous, like 3 shades darker. It's unbelievable. This cigar is so good. And I smoked the other night. I smoked the Accomplice White Label Toro. And we always say there's a reason we don't sell Rocky Patel or Perdomo or Fuente. Well, besides the slave label.
Okay, that's not actually real though. I should be clear on that.
So, but the principle is they don't have anything at twice the money that comes close to it. I would say they don't have anything at 3 times the money. That cigar for $9 retail is mind-boggling how good that cigar is. I mean, nobody can do that. Nobody can come up with that cigar or a cigar that tastes like that for $9. It's just impossible. It is so good.
I want to get off of the cigar talk a little bit because, I mean, it's in the name cigar talk, but it gets all uncomfortable like when we start talking about education and blends and that. Unless you guys want us to talk about it,
you want to
then
talk
drop
about it,
that in
ask
the
us a
comments.
question.
Tell us, drop us a question, and it will give us a squirrel to chase for a little bit. Why did you have that in your pocket?
Well, I wanted to, because Kevin Amick just came in, and Kevin is about to turn 50. So Kevin, your package left today, so I'm going to send this separately. But what this cigar that's going to come to you for your birthday is from my humidor, and this is a Atabey Duendes with an ICC sub-label on it. There are, I think, 60 were made for my 60th birthday. I gave bundles to the kids. I've got a few, and I'm sending one to you for your 50th birthday.
Check out the band.
Yeah, it's got a little.
That's
The wrapper's starting to get that little amber glow to
Yeah,
it.
the cigar does not exist. You can't buy it online. It is.
You can't even buy it here.
You can't buy it here. So
wow.
And we're a year away from
yeah.
releasing anything.
So that's coming to you. So happy 50th birthday.
Way to go.
Happy
In
birthday.
advance.
Can we talk about a worse place to store a cigar than your pocket?
Under your shoe, maybe in your shoe,
In your shoe. might be
something
In
like
your
that.
shoe could be worse.
Yeah.
Glove compartments with an old truck that got broken into.
What, did you get cigars stolen from you in an old
Yeah.
truck?
My old International Scout actually got broken into, and I had cigars in there.
What kind of cigars were there?
Just regular cigars that you could find anywhere else.
Ah,
Yeah.
stop crying.
Still,
It builds character.
I'm here to learn. Keep rolling. William Treadway. William, if you have questions, please comment them, and that will. What do you want to learn? Because this side of the table, we could teach you a thing or two,
Yeah.
or we could entertain you.
yeah, whatever you like. Johnny Goodner is in. Kevin is humbled, and David Mora is obviously there's no Stars game on right now. Otherwise, he wouldn't be watching us as it sits.
Daniel Himmel is someone. What I appreciate about him is an all-in type of guy. He's flat out. You've recently gotten all in on F1.
Yes.
You
Absolutely.
went from 0 to 100 on cigars fast.
Right.
Slightly aided because of your wife.
Right.
What has been one of the lessons you've learned most recently about cigars?
Lessons I've learned most recently about cigars is just, well, I'm still pretty new, and every time I think I could step up to a pretty big, bold cigar, I go home with the shakes and the sweats. So just last month at the Maduro Mastermind, I took on a bad principle, and I thought
Step
I would
right
be
in there.
cool and be very Maduro-like because it's a Maduro Mastermind, and by the end of that thing, I was shaken. So I'm still finding my groove.
That little
and I need-
nicotine buzz kind of gets to you.
yeah, so I need to stick to my lane for sure. But
So the solution to that, so here's some education for you guys out there. When you do get that little bit of buzz, either a little upset stomach or you get that little bit of nicotine buzz, just take a bite of something sweet, something sugary.
yeah,
Take a bite of chocolate, take a sip of Coke or something like that, and it knocks it down instantly.
Why is that though?
It's technical.
It's science, man.
It's science.
I don't have time to explain the science, basically, because I don't know why. But when you think about it, really what you're getting sick from is not the nicotine necessarily, but some of the ammonia. So if that did come in, it was a little bit under high nicotine, a little bit of ammonia in there. That ammonia actually blocks your receptors in your blood to take it. I'm curious if the sugar, I don't know if maybe that gets back in there, because if you think about being lightheaded, like if your blood sugar spikes, you eat something that brings you back. I wonder if it's a blood sugar.
Let's go with that. Sounds good to me.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
That sounds good. So
let's
that's why.
Let's just call that a fact.
Fact. What was the fact again? The sugar.
The sugar. Yeah.
It's a blood
I
sugar
read it in
thing.
the book.
Yeah, it's a blood sugar thing. So,
Yeah, I just love the art of it. I love the meditative experience of enjoying a cigar. I get a lot of my thinking done, a lot of business ideas, a lot of everything done while I'm enjoying cigar, trying to find my lane. I'm very much middle of the road type of guy. I'm starting to get pretty dedicated to certain brands that have great stories, but it's just a beautiful experience every time you open up a cigar and enjoy it. It's with great friends, great whiskey, or mediocre whiskey, or whatever you want to call it. It's a good time.
So we had William Treadway came in, and he said he's been watching for a few weeks, and he's always entertained. So are you watching this show? I think that's the question.
and where are you watching from?
Yeah,
Like
maybe
Russia or
maybe he's in prison or something, and this is good.
But Sam is a quantum scientist of the quantums, and he said we got it with the blood sugar thing.
So double fact.
Boom.
That we've got the science here. Follow the science.
Yeah, kills COVID too.
All right, that got us canceled. That's it. Let's move on here. Speaking of algorithms, how do you think we could get kicked off of here the fastest? Because you know the digital world as well as any human being.
That's a good question. That's a great question. You're very good. I don't know. Just I guess a lot of F-bombs, maybe some nudity. Might get it going pretty good.
Well,
You guys busy?
I'm not going to ask your wife to do anything, and I'm definitely not asking my mom to do it. And on that side, just go out there.
I invited him to be in here.
The good news is Carrie
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Carrie could do both at the same time. So
F-bombs and nudity?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, here we go from
Somebody
can't we
new
get
just
canceled?
brought. Yeah, okay, that's good.
Yes, watching this.
That's
He's
good.
in Kentucky. William says he's in Kentucky. What you packing? You're right. Firearms will get you canceled. That did happen.
Yeah.
well,
They got canceled. What? 5 minutes into the show, they started showing all the weapons and saying guns and saying the ammunition, and they got canned. So then they changed the language to what was a firearm?
Unicorns and
And shoes were the ammo.
candy corns or something, wasn't it? So the candy corns were bullets and unicorns were guns, and they made it all the way through.
amazing,
They made it all the way through.
amazing,
Wow.
amazing.
Not pew pews.
James,
No, I'm sure that would be
James
it.
coming in from San Antonio. How you doing, buddy? He's apparently the Gold Leaf Cigar guys are talking about coming up here soon.
A cigar pilgrimage.
You gotta love it when a group of guys in San Antonio go, this is the best we got. Let's get in the car and drive 5 hours to ICC, hang out there, drink some whiskey for a couple days, and drive back home.
They
And they
come
do.
for the creme brulee.
They
But
do
can you-
come for the breakfast.
Can you blame them though?
I don't blame him at all. It's an experience. You guys done a great job.
It's basically my second home here. Like I work here and I love working. Like something about coming here, it just like if I have stress at the house, I just forget it all when I come here. I'm like, I'm with my second family. And you guys are family. Like when I had a incident happen, you guys literally were there for me.
Thank you for saying
That's
that.
awesome.
I wonder you guys give them a bonus there on that.
That's coming out of your cut. And by the way, the more you talk from the peanut gallery, none of these people hear you, so it's just, if you're going to say something, why don't you come on over here and bring Carrie with you so we can get the viewers on. Not right now. Known hot topics.
Wait till the battery dies.
Yeah, I'll let you know exactly when we're ready for
Yeah.
it. One thing I'm curious about. Memorable cigar experiences. I ask that to many people, sometimes on the show, sometimes not, but very memorable cigar experiences. I know you have a few that when you walked into the humidor, you wanted to buy these cigars for a memorable experience. Would you say is your top tier, most memorable experience for you?
I have a couple. I came in here and I hiked a section of the Appalachian Trail, and we picked some cigars out for my buddies that we were doing that with, and I think your brother helped us pick out the Principal Money to Burn. And these guys are all high finance guys, all pretty wealthy, and it was just a great story. And it's a story that's printed on the inside of the box there about how there was only like 170 millionaires at the end of 1920, and how it just expanded so quick after that, and how you have that little stock, the bond label at the end. It's just a great, and I love doing it every time. It's just a great conversation piece as you're handing out these cigars for your friends to enjoy, even if they're not going to put it down, just to be able to explain that experience to them. And I think Principal does such a great job at that. Every cigar has a great story behind it. That's as far as stories go. That's that. And then I'm still pretty new, but I had the Patoro XO. That thing was a masterpiece. I'll never forget that. I smoked it. I enjoyed it alone, and I got a lot of thinking done. But that was one of the first cigars that I was like, "This is special." I haven't had a lot of special cigars, but that one was
next level.
It was a next level experience. And then I got to enjoy some time with the CEO of Patoro, thanks to you. And now every time I smoke something else like this Plasencia, I feel like I'm cheating on him. But those are two of my top moments for sure.
That, I'll tell you, those experiences, sitting on the back patio, talking F1 with an F1 sponsor, smoking Patoro, Terra Blanche, there's something about that experience.
Yeah.
That was, for me, selfishly, there are manufacturers that I love having in the shop, and then there's some manufacturers where I'm going, schedule an extra day. Come hang out. Come hang out. There are a few. Darren with Principal is absolutely one of them. Pablo is one of them. We always make s'mores. That's just part of his United States tour. He can't go back to Switzerland unless he's had s'mores.
Yeah, that barbecue.
It's very special. What would you say, Brad, is one of yours?
Well, just recently I became a uncle, so smoking a cigar with my dad, and because I rarely have done that, is also going to be on there, but getting the chance to meet Luciano while I was working, when I work here, and I was just cleaning back here, and he was like, "You want a cigar?" I was like, "Yeah, sure," and he literally just rolled it right in front of me, and he said, "Here you go." I was like,
Yeah, that's
what?
That kind of experiences.
And it literally was like, I don't know what to say.
Did he press it with the paper towel?
Yeah, it was like something about it. I was like, what?
Pops, what would you say is one of yours that you haven't spoken about?
Man, we've had, oh God, there's so many. Because so many of the things that we do as a family are just, hugs around smoking cigars. So, there's...
It's basically, which family memory do you like the most?
Yeah.
Because there was
you brought up your dad. I went, a month after my dad passed, I went to Omaha, and I remember when I landed, they said it's minus 9 degrees in Omaha. And so I went there, and his burial vault's on the outside, so I sat on a marble bench, which was probably 30 below zero, and sat there, because I never smoked a cigar with him. So I sat and smoked a cigar and had my conversation with him, and realized when I got in the car that I think my ass was literally frozen. I think I had frostbite, but that was the first cigar that I had with him, and it was.
You remember what cigar it was?
It was a Patoro
Platino.
Yep, that's right.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there are just too many memories to count. I'll tell you who's counting memories right now is Jim Trader, because he's a Ferrari fan. Okay, this guy's been a Ferrari fan even when Ferrari sucked.
Yep.
So I'll give it up to him. But this guy makes me want to just go to your car and kick in the door, because this Ferrari stuff, I think
Yeah,
I'm
he's-
getting further away from. If
Yeah.
Oz didn't run a Ferrari motor, I wouldn't give it 2 shits about it. Just because I haven't given 2 shits about it for the past years.
Yep.
So
Well, it was going to F1 and listening to the Ferraris go by that got me to just go, I have to have that. I have to have that sound.
when they were V8s, you're right. When they
Yeah,
were
that
V8s,
sound.
that was this year. If I stay on topic, this year going to the race and walking in. The first year I made the mistake of dressing like you're going to a race. This year I knew I was dressing like I was going to an F1 race. So we're walking in. I've got cigars everywhere. I mean, I'm just stacked with
Yeah,
cigars.
it's like he's selling watches.
Yeah, either that or flashing people. One of those two. I've got the whole setup, and we're just smoking cigars. Aside from in the pit, smoking cigars the whole up. We're smoking cigars in the car, smoking cigars when we pull up. We're waiting in line. We're going through, and it just felt right.
Yeah.
We had an Atabay. We're just walking through, smoking an Atabay, making our way, getting kicked out of the paddock, finding our way to where we're going.
Yeah.
That experience is something I'll never forget in a million years.
Yeah. And I remember the guy coming to me at the concert after the F1 race. Cool and the gang was there, and I'm living my dream because I'm watching one of my absolute favorite groups of all time. And guy came over and he goes, "You can't smoke that." I said, "Yeah, right. Get out of here." And he's like, "No, seriously, I can't smoke it." I go, "No, seriously, get out of here."
Like, okay.
So he turned around, walked away, and I just kept on smoking my cigar.
So big kudos.
Something
out
was
to-
about to go down.
Yeah, kudos to Circuit of the Americas for their good customer service.
Yeah, exactly.
Good job.
Exactly.
So you're smoking the Cosecha 146.
Yes.
What are you getting from it? What is your experience?
It's right in my wheelhouse. It's I think it has high flavor profile, but I don't get that nicotine punch in the gut that I can't handle. So it's right in my lane. So if anybody has any other suggestions,
I'm curious because our comments. The goal is 200 comments. We're at 54 right
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So let's get going. If Placencia 146, what would you recommend Daniel smokes? What
Yeah.
would you recommend?
The Fiat Lux. Something about it, if you're drinking and having a whiskey or something about it, and it enhances the flavor about it. It just, with whiskey, I don't know what it is. A harsh burning cigar, it's one of those you could literally just relax, drink your whiskey, talk to a friend or spouse. It's just something about it. It's just so smooth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so distinct that you blinded me on that,
Mhm.
and I was 2 puffs in and went,
Yeah.
Fiat Lux. It's
So
like graham
sensitive.
crackers.
Yeah.
Tastes like graham crackers.
I'll give it a try.
It's one of my go-tos. Like if I'm literally just not working, I just have my whiskey, just stare outside, have my dog right by me, and I literally just smoke my cigar, and I'm like, I can't beat this.
Bitch is at my side, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. he
But
is
the
a
thing
little
is-
bit.
Sorry, Karen.
So, but the other cigar we just got in at the end of last week was the Luciano, who makes the Fiat, who did the Fiat Lux, but Luciano did the Traveler, and there's 2 new sizes in, and I have not
Robusto?
smoked it yet, but think about it.
Yeah.
So
They're
excited.
delicious.
I'm curious. I need a thumbs up before we move. I just need a thumbs up. Someone telling me that we need to move into the big 3.
Yeah.
But until then, I'm gonna toss it over to you, Daniel. Daniel, what ask a non-cigar smoker who's trying to find the right cigar? Like for your friends, what do you do? What questions do you ask them to make sure they're getting the right cigar?
I learned this from Pops. I think what cocktails do you like, or what coffee do you like? I think I could. I'm still new, but I think I can go from there. If you tell me what coffee, how you like your coffee, or what kind of cocktails you like. Do you like a sweeter old fashioned, or are you a Negroni bitter? I think I can move from there pretty well.
Nice.
I think it's a good tell. And then I also talk about like how are you going to spend your time enjoying your cigar? Are you gonna sit on the patio and kind of do some brainstorming, or are you just with friends? Because you mentioned
We've talked people out of good cigars that just come right out and say, we're just going to get some whiskey and sit out in the backyard and talk. And you look outside and the trees are blowing. It's like, don't buy this $30 cigar.
Right.
Because what you're going to do is not pay attention, and you need to pay attention to that cigar.
That's
So
that's
get a cigar right for the environment.
That's a great story. We had some guests over. We had a cocktail party at our house, and I had my humidor out, and they're like, what can I get? And I was like, well, do you smoke cigars a lot? Because I have if you don't smoke a lot, this is the section you get. If you enjoy cigars a lot, you can grab anything from here. Like, you could have whatever you want, and that's what the Principal White Label is so great at. And you taught me that, was it's such a quality cigar that's going to give you a great experience, but if they take 2 puffs and start coughing and set it down and it just kind of fades out over there, you're not offended.
Yeah.
And
you're not looking at $30 in the ashtray.
Yeah,
Right.
and an old friend.
Yeah.
Right. So that's a great point too, is what their experience level is, and are you indoor or outdoor? I had a friend that called you guys up, speaks to what a great service you guys provide. Is he just called you up and said, hey, I want you to put the best cigar you guys have in my buddy's locker, and he got some pre-prohibition, pre-embargo Cuban, put it in my thing. So I'm not enjoying that, and I haven't enjoyed it yet because I haven't had that great.
Do you know which one it is?
Yeah, it's the
Pearl?
I have a picture of it.
Is it the one that you sent me a
Yeah,
photo
yeah,
of?
yeah.
You haven't smoked it yet?
Because I need to do it indoors, and it needs to be an experience.
Here, or shut the
Right,
lights
so
off and smoke it here.
right, so it needs to be. So the
Melba.
yeah,
It's a
it's
Melba.
a Melba.
Mhm.
So wind, here's this, and then it's then I know what to give you too, and that's all thanks to you guys. Like, you guys have trained me on all of that.
Okay, so here's
Let's say hi to James Hedge, who's coming in, president of the G Gold Leaf Cigar Club. We're looking forward to having you guys up here. You second one in, a little late, but that's okay.
Yeah, without a doubt. We might have dropped him for a second. Okay, if something happens where you're getting some charcoal, this particular cigar is getting some charcoal, and that's really what it feels like. It's just a rock of charcoal. All you really need to do with this, if you're not getting a draw and it gets real hot down here,
Don't keep pulling.
don't keep pulling. You're going to make that charcoal bigger. You just cut past that extra point there and just restart it. Restart it. Otherwise, you end up just hating it. It's a terrible cigar. You just don't enjoy it.
And it happens, the tobacco will get a little wet, or you'll pull a little bit
Thank you.
faster.
You're welcome.
And it'll heat up a little bit faster, and that could cause that ash to charcoal. A lot of times you can get past it. A lot of times I'll just knock the charcoal chunk off of it,
Mine wasn't.
push that out. Yours wasn't
Back
really
at it.
that deep though. So,
Back at it.
but sometimes if you just slow down, you can get past it.
Chris Coulter gave us the thumbs up. It's time for the big 3.
There it is.
You ready?
Uh-huh.
Are you ready?
I think
He
so.
wasn't there, so I'm not going to ask you first because he's probably been rehearsing this.
Yeah.
No? These questions, will you just give a
Yeah, there really are 3 questions that once answered properly will identify whether all the stars line up and the solar system's right and Earth keeps doing the same correct rotation. We ask everybody the same 3 questions.
these are
and
character judging questions.
they're very much so. And everybody here, the entire internet, will judge you from this point forward. Your wife may think different of you when you get
This could be
I don't know.
this could be the next phase of your marriage or the last phase of your
Yeah,
marriage.
it's
Now,
either
are we setting this up with enough importance?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay.
No, the key is there isn't a right or wrong answer.
I think you're okay right there. You don't need to leave because I need you to know the truth about your husband.
Yes.
Ready.
Question number 1.
Which way are you going first?
I'm getting squatchy. Sasquatch. Does he exist or not?
From a 1 to 10.
And you got to be honest. I mean, this
1 to 10.
I'm at a good 7. I think there's a lot of stuff out there that we don't know, and
See?
it's a big world, and like Canada is crazy up there, and there's all kinds of like forests and realms that we haven't explored.
We haven't heard about Canada yet.
Canada's the missing link. They got to come from somewhere.
With all the technology, it would have been found already. It does not
That's what they said about the giant squid, but here we sit.
Yeah, they
Sit.
always find. I'm a good 7.
7. That's
But
a good number.
That's
I don't
solid.
know. you know, maybe it's not the Sasquatch we think it is, but there's stuff out there that we don't know for sure.
Do you know, he was sitting there, Mark McClurkin, that was sitting there
Right.
from Maduro. He's a hunter, a Sasquatch hunter, and he has a place in Oklahoma. And he can play for you tape, recordings, and all kinds of stuff from his experience. But
no video though.
he's seen them, and he talks about how remote this place is. So it's not like, you know, Bubba and his other brother Bubba are out there just jacking around. It takes an hour to go the last mile on this land that they have to terrain to get to where this cabin is. So it's out in the middle of BFE in Oklahoma, and I didn't even know that there was a forest in Oklahoma, but it looks like Canada.
Right.
So
Canada.
but Canada's the missing link. There's only 6 million people up there. They're all drunk. So, you know.
Are there only 6 million people in
Yeah,
Canada?
the whole country.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Well, somebody please Google this. Let me know how many people are. I'm thinking I'm gonna go with 11 million.
I don't think
That few people live in
I-
Canada? Of
it's
course, it's easy to be nice if you only got 6 million people.
right.
All right, I got it. Who's what?
I said 11.
I say 10 million.
I'm saying 6.
I'm saying
$1.
less
In 2020, there were 38 million people in Canada.
Oh, they're all
They're liars?
liars.
than 6. They're
You're
very-
counting some of them
They're being
twice. I
very
can tell you
polite.
that much.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, they are quite polite then. Okay,
Yeah,
so that's
they are.
number one. Brad, where do you sit? Sasquatch.
I think he does exist because I used to go to school in Arkansas.
With the-
There were a lot of
there was
students
Bob,
that very maybe might be Sasquatch,
Like a
but
little mixed blood line?
yes, but
A lot of
just
crossbreeding going on there.
1 to 10, where do you sit?
probably a 6 or 7. Like
Solid.
Alright.
Solid.
Alright. Pops is like a 7, 8.
Yeah, I'm 7, 8.
What are you?
I saw the feet prints.
I'll go, just because I don't want to be a fence rider, I'll go 6.
Really?
I'm more.
I thought you started a little lower. The thing
It
is,
depends on the week, you know?
but here's the thing: McClurkin is so freaking honest and trustworthy, and he's a freaking biologist or something. So he just calls them apes. He just goes out. They're going monkey hunting,
Yeah.
as he calls it. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
yeah.
But truly,
because
that could be
they're
right.
not cute little monkeys. They're obviously they could rip your face off. But
Well, so can a chimpanzee. Ask that lady.
there
do you
go.
think Yeti and
Sam Squatch?
yeah, Sasquatch are the same thing?
Yeah.
That's a good twist to it, Brad.
I don't think the Chinese can say.
Whoa, that's gonna get us canceled.
I don't think the Chinese can say Sasquatch. That's why they went with Yeti. Because it all flows with the way they say shit.
This
You
is our
show
test.
me- you
I
show
didn't
me-
do it. You did.
I want a guy. I'm calling Rose that we work with in China on the humidors, and I'm going to have her say Sasquatch and record it.
Okay,
Well-
do that. We'll put it up.
She's going to be one.
I'll post it tomorrow.
If you go to Shields, they do
Oh.
have a giant Sasquatch, and you never know.
Yeah, but at Sky Mall, I could buy a 6 foot, copper one, which is still not out of the play. It's just I'm just trying to get to that level where I can spend
I
10
wish
grand on that
we
thing.
could get. We need to get one of those big Sasquatches and just put it in your tree in the back and behind the house, just looking around
Hold
the
it.
corner.
Hold it. Are there any woodworkers that are watching? Is anyone kind of good with wood sculpting? Because every cigar store has a cigar store.
We need a cigar store.
Cigar store Sasquatch.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
We'd be the first.
What a great idea.
I think that'd be awesome.
No, Sokka would take credit for it.
Now you're trying to get us canceled in the cigar industry.
What? What? What?
You probably trained the Sasquatch.
You already went
to
like
take
this
it.
to him at the last show. Hey, I'll
He
be
doesn't
right
deserve-
back.
Doesn't deserve the time.
I'll be right
Let's
back.
move forward to the next question.
Whoa, it's getting deep.
Okay.
How did you guys feel good
I
about
think
it?
that's a great question.
Yeah.
I'm ready for-
Importantly, Carrie, how you feeling over there? Where are you sitting on the 1 to 10 scale?
Oh man, there's crazy shit out there.
That sounds like a 7.
I'm like a 7.
Yeah,
That's
that's a
7.
7. Okay, so
Let's ask the queen bee. She's a big 0.
that's a 0. That's a 1. That's
Need
an
to go to-
Adrian Barunda.
Need to go to Canada or Arkansas.
I've met some of the people from Seneca. They exist.
No, those are just
Window liquor.
window lickers. As we move on to the second question, Pops rolls in.
Here we go. Question number 2. This is when things start getting really tough. UFOs. Yes or no?
bit of clarification. UFOs that have made contact with planet Earth, correct? Or are you just saying alien life in general?
Well, let's go with the ones that visited Earth.
Okay.
I mean, we
UFOs
have,
here.
some of them come here on Saturday. So, but where are you at on that?
Bob's just pulling no punches tonight.
Where am I at on?
We're either increasing or decreasing our viewership.
I don't know what's
People are
happening
like,
right
yes!
now. Right now it's decreasing.
The question's not really unidentified flying objects. It's really like alien life, right? That's visited here.
Yes.
Clarification.
Yep.
That's visited here. I think it would be like that's had contact here.
Yeah.
I think that would be really hard to hide. So I'm gonna say pretty low. Like I'm in the 3s on that, but I believe it's out. But I don't think it's being hidden here. That's
Gotcha.
my
Gotcha.
answer.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Respectful. Wrong answer, but let's go.
And to get us to these 200 comments, be sure to answer the question
1 to 10.
1 to 10 on Sasquatch, 1 to 10 on UFOs. Let's go.
We're dragging here, fellas, and
Pick it up.
also Kathleen.
I think they do exist. I think it's a solid 8 because have you seen Billy Bob Thornton? Have you seen Gary Busey?
Oh my God.
Busey, that's a good point. I
I
wasn't
mean-
with you with Billy Bob Thornton.
And
but
Michael Jackson.
Don't be talking about little Michael.
The late Michael Jackson.
The late Michael
Yeah.
Jackson. God bless.
I mean, I'm just saying. Like,
Huh?
and whatever happened to that Area 51 raid?
Yeah.
What, with 17 dickheads decided to cross the line?
Yeah, but
If there was nothing there, then why did they come after them with guns? They weren't protecting a barbecue or something going on.
they weren't
Valid
smoking
point.
cigars.
Valid point.
Carrie, where you at?
I agree with Dana. I don't think there's a lot of documented interaction, but I think there's a lot of documented, there's stuff out there.
We're going to move to Exhibit A here.
All right. Let's go.
No,
But
I'm just kidding.
I haven't been to Saturday at the shop, so I don't know.
Oh, that'll change your mind.
That might change my opinion.
We've had more, let's be honest, we've had more trainings than we've had aliens. We've had 0 aliens and we haven't had 0 trannies.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
Fuck. Yeah.
They did film they filmed a gay they filmed a gay reality show here one time.
Okay.
Wait,
The guy called and said, "Hey, can we use your private lounge? The place that we were going to go to won't do it now." So we're like, "Sure, whatever." We're doing this show called Chasing
Dallas.
Dallas.
Check it out on YouTube.
Yeah,
Plug.
and
Free.
so like 20 of these guys was colorful.
That's good. I'm glad to know you guys are all inclusive.
We are all
Yeah,
inclusive.
we were.
We let people, I mean, truly, we joke about the training, but more than welcome to come. But it was different to walk in with a room full of people wearing fishnets as shirts.
Yeah.
Is that okay to say?
Well,
Yeah.
one guy was wearing a jacket that looked, and apparently that was fashion, but it was just shreds of shit all over. I mean, it was terrible. And he had a Band-Aid under his eye.
Like Nelly?
Yeah.
Oh,
I approve of that.
Yeah.
I approve of that.
I'm not 100% sure what color his hair was, but it was a shade of yellowish with some highlights of orange.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think you could possibly take the alien question and turn that into a cancelable area, but here we are.
It's very quick.
That
Wow.
was quick, right? That was 2 minutes.
They all believe. So we have Sasquatch. We got Carrie comes in 7. I'm interested. I think Jake is actually an alien, but he's in. I have a theory, and then I looked over at your wife's beautiful flowing red hair.
Uh-oh.
So I'm going to say that to Mike.
You think gingers are
No, I
aliens?
think
So that
I think
means-
redheaded actresses.
That eat your soul? I mean,
I
Look
don't
at the
know.
eyes. Look
See,
at it. You can see
Did
it
you
in her
notice?
eyes.
I obviously pushed the alien button on her. She's pre-wired to get pissed off when anyone starts to call her out. Like we've been discovered. Yeah, I just have this theory about redheaded actresses, particularly. I think they're all aliens.
wow.
I say smack them.
I see. He's scared.
Not you, though. Not you, the actresses.
He's scaring me. It's fine.
It's
I like it.
All right, move to question 3 and let's see how.
Okay, so William's coming in strong with a 0, but a 5 on the let's see, 0 aliens 5. I'm a 7-ish on the next question.
No, hang on. 5s You can't do
Yeah,
5.
commit. 0,
Yeah.
You don't have to go
you
a
can't
4
fence
or a
this one.
6. You can't.
Yeah,
So
you can't
William,
fence
we're
it.
not moving on to the next until you pick either a 4 or a 6.
Yeah,
A 5. A 5.
That's
Come on.
rookie numbers.
Let's go, William.
that
Yeah.
is.
Where do you think William is?
I think he's
I think
a
if you're all the way up at
closet-
a 5, you're
He's a
you're-
closet believer.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
itching up to the.
Yeah,
to
I like it. So,
William's saying 7-ish. Oh, I think he's seen the show.
yeah,
before,
yeah,
so
he's
he
seen the
knows.
show before, so we're getting to question number 3. And you have skewed this question a little bit, but ghosts, do they exist or not?
Sam's a 7.
And if you've had an experience, tell us what it is.
Dude, I like 9, 10. Like I'm terrified of it. Like absolutely, I'm a 10. Like absolutely, they're out there. I
Okay.
believe everything about it. I am
Ghosts,
terrified. Of,
Apparitions, like physical apparitions,
Yes.
or spirits.
all of that. Like I am all about that, and it terrifies me, and it gives me nightmares, and the
So,
you
like, when you
experience?
watch Ghost Hunters or
you
Ghost...
can't watch that stuff.
You can't even watch it.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Are you a
No.
Catholic?
No,
Oh, all right.
I can't. That stuff. Yes, I'm a 10 on that, and it scares the hell out of me. And I'm sure there's friendly ghosts, but
You made a documentary about him.
yeah.
Yeah, Casper.
Now we had a guy here, Alex Baptista, and of all the guys I thought was going to come screaming in with a 0, he just sat there and he asked the question, and you could see he was struggling with, do I come clean and tell him?
Yeah.
And then he tells us about the ghost hunting club that he was part of, and told his story. And it was interesting. He's a believer, but he is.
Do you have an
He
experience?
was a hunter.
I've had some weird experiences, but I just know that just because I'm a little bit woo that way, that I don't believe that I think there's some unfinished business for some souls out here, and they're doing stuff, and I just know how it affects me to the core that it's got to be real. I know that sounds
Whoa.
crazy
No,
because
it doesn't. No, it
I'm
doesn't.
so analytical, and I'm so
You're so logical.
right, and that's the reason why I know it happens, because I cannot watch those ghost hunter things. Like it gives me nightmares.
You can't do it.
It gives me nightmares for weeks about some of this stuff. Like the
So don't watch Ghostbusters.
Okay, so that's ghosts. Or do you make a distinction? Do you score it differently for ghosts versus spirits?
I don't know if I know the difference. Maybe you have a thing.
Here's what I'm thinking is ghosts are apparitions, things that sell as television shows on Discovery Channel.
right.
And then there's spirits, which is that connection that when someone passes, maybe you have an experience with them. That's this coincidence that just couldn't be. It was too real.
I'm 10 on both of them. Like 100% both of them.
Whoa, that's the first 10 on any answer.
Yeah, so as Sam comes in, goes to Spirit 7.
Brad, where are you sitting?
Solid 3.
Whoa,
But that's
fight
what-
to the death, and then we'll see who comes back or not.
Yeah, exactly.
As a ghost.
As a ghost.
Carrie, where are you at?
Oh, all in. But
All in.
I'm not scared of it though. Like you
Yeah.
know, like I can sleep. I'm cool, but all in on it.
I think, here's the thing is, I think aliens know. See,
What,
I
do you think
think,
aliens are ghosts?
well, I think redheads are aliens, and aliens are all in on because they know. Sweetheart, what do you say?
10.
10.
Yeah.
A
All in.
zero
Have
on
you guys
Bigfoot?
had any experiences?
I have.
Okay, come over here.
Go-
and
yeah,
tell us
yeah,
your
come on,
experience.
come on over here.
Queen Bee's coming in.
Okay, everyone just start giving some thumbs up for Queen Bee.
Yeah,
Because
let's hear it for the
this is-
Queen. She's back from
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna
bronchitis
give- I'm gonna give a
and all the
thumbs
other
up.
stuff
I
she's
still got a
had.
little bronchitis, but that's okay.
Okay, what's your experience
So
with the
the
ghost?
restaurant that my dad and mom, we all were raised working at, there was one night that I think my grandpa had passed, and me and my sister just drummed up a conversation about him, and then we're talking to each other like, if one of us died, we have to come up with a sign so we know it's you, blah, just kids, teenager stuff.
I
And
think about
then
that.
we both turned around, and there's like a pie case with a glass, and a light just flashed from the bottom all the way up and disappeared behind us. We both saw it through the pie case. And I thought, okay, me just imagining my sister, she's like, did you see that light behind us, the flash? I was like,
Whoa.
yeah, that was pretty,
Wow.
yeah.
Let me tell you about a similar experience. Okay. One time, 6th grade, I went, and I was walking home because I was too afraid to come home. There was signs.
Yes.
Mel Gibson,
Mel
maybe you've
Gibson.
seen it. Andrew came home and we were talking about it because we were so scared. We saw it with Chase Gardner, and all of a sudden, a bunny ran in front of us, and we took off running like a mother. It was an alien, and we ran home to Riggs, and we shut the door, and that was it. We saw an alien too. Is what we're saying. Count me at 10.
So Larry's saying when a close friend or relative passes, they come to him in a dream shortly thereafter.
Yeah.
It's
I've
great.
had that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a friend pass this week, didn't we?
Yeah.
Wow. It's amazing. It's amazing. Now, I'm curious with that logically, how much of that is your brain manufacturing these experiences versus how much of that is...
But like if you see something like that and 2 people see it at the same time.
Bunny, dog. I saw a bunny. How often do you see a bunny in Nebraska?
How often?
Mel Gibson. You ask him.
Okay.
Braveheart.
Yeah.
And Joaquin
Sugar
Phoenix.
Brad, where are you sitting?
Still, really, 3. I
Three.
still. I'm. There's some. There should be some kind of ghost out there, but I think they're mainly spirits. Some could be good, some could be bad. But I mean,
That sounds like more than a 3 to me.
Yeah. Way more than 3.
Right? There could be spirits. Some are good or some are bad.
Yeah, that's a
I mean,
definitive
it's a
above
6.
5.
my big question is, why did they make all these shows to catch ghosts?
Money, dog.
They want people to believe.
Like Santa Claus?
He is
Yeah,
real.
He's real.
He is real.
Santa's real,
I would say it's
Alessia.
obviously real, Beverly.
Santa's real, Alessia.
Santa's an alien.
Santa's an alien ghost.
Redhead.
He knows what song to sing to me on my birthday.
Weird.
So-
It's really weird.
What
Sam's
are
coming
your
in.
parents doing? Did your parents?
It's Elf. That's what I was saying.
Oh, you know what? Good on you. Good on you. Nice elf reference.
Deep cut.
Okay, so there's a 4th alternative question.
Oh no.
Which is,
Oh,
how do you take your steak?
Well done.
There's only
Ruined. Ruined.
For me, Carrie, my wife Carrie and I, we always share a steak.
means you go one step up.
We go one medium rare.
She's borderline ruined.
No,
she's a medium.
she's
she likes
She's a medium.
She likes them. It depends on the like. If you go to a steakhouse, medium really means medium rare, right? So it depends where we're at. But yeah, I always go one step up because my wife's a millionaire, and I order what she wants.
Do what the boss
So,
does.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Do
So
what the boss said.
we're a medium. We're a medium, and then she'll.
We're a
I'm-
medium.
I'm,
Yes.
I'm an introvert. She needs to tell somebody how it goes, so she likes to say a medium plus, which I'm always like, nobody knows what a medium plus is.
Including me.
That sounds
Right.
closer to
Sounds-
medium almost ruined.
Right. So we're a medium plus.
That is, you give me my points because I'm cashing that in
Right.
later.
So my wife's version of a steak, no matter how good the quality of filet or any of those
Thank you,
are,
William. Thank you, William.
hers could actually be used. You could put like little loops and put shoestrings in it when you're done, or you could use it to make a small purse.
Anything
But it's-
except for eat it.
It is. There could be nothing that resembles blood coming out of it anywhere. And I'm medium rare, but if it comes out rare, I'm good. But
But you know what? That's the steakhouse because they need to let it rest. If they let it rest, then it won't bleed when you cut it.
It's not blood.
Ugh, but yeah, it's not blood. it's
Juices,
just cells.
glory juices.
If Larry Kalsovic is watching this, which he
I'm
may
sure
be,
he is.
Larry, please send me some back straps of a deer. You guys are coming over, and we're gonna make good venison steak. That first off, the meat is so red when it comes out. No matter how much you cook it, it's still gonna look red. You could have it well done, and it's gonna look.
Didn't you have to have Ale like eat it with her eyes closed?
Oh yeah.
Really?
What's Ale? Is she a medium well?
Ale's from Mexico.
Right?
So, I don't know if you ever seen a cow in Mexico. Me neither. But regardless,
They're not fast enough.
she took me to this steakhouse in Mexico. My first time down, steakhouse. Oh my god, it's good. It was a piece of shit, man. The steaks they had, I asked for medium rare. That everything comes out well done.
Yeah.
Because they got to cook out whatever's in the steak down there. So she is. I don't want anything unless it's got a nice crisp on the outside and a light crisp on the inside.
Oh.
She ruins it. She ruins
I
it.
will tell you the single worst steak experience I ever had was in Cuba, where they don't have, but I don't think they understand the concept of how you kill the cow. So as I'm chewing through this thing, I bite, and I thought, oh no, I just broke a crown, and I'm in Cuba.
Right.
What the hell am I going to do?
It's free
Please,
healthcare.
please have my
So-
tube still there. It was a piece of buckshot.
Okay.
So they shot it with a shotgun
Oh no.
instead of just the way they humanely put them down now.
So they just lined up a bunch of cows and shot them with shotguns.
Just shot them with a shotgun. But I had buckshot.
For the Habanos Festival.
Oh my god.
For the nicest festival that comes into the country.
Oh,
That's how they kill it.
It was tough.
Brad, where are you sitting?
I'm a medium rare. I love steak. It's one of my go-to. Like if you're at a steak restaurant, I always get steak. Like Ron Swanson always said.
Yep, okay. You know what? I'm gaining a lot of respect for you right now. I mean, this show, Brad.
It just I'm not gonna say he's my icon, but literally, having family from Indiana that are very similar to Ron, it just surprises me. I'm like, it's hilarious how much I love my steak. Like even whenever I do go hunting, I do make my burgers even medium rare at times.
That seems dangerous, Brad.
Oh.
I'm gonna be honest.
I live on the dangerous side.
Damon putting it out. And first, well done on the Ron Swanson side. Damon just comes in with all his answers.
Yeah,
Damon, Mara, Sasquatch, 7.
7.
Aliens exist, 10. Have visited 2. Spirits, 9. Medium rare.
Yeah, it's my guy.
You know what? That's pretty
Look
good.
at he's coming in blue.
I just don't get that.
Blue is
I don't
blue
like
is
blue.
like walk past the grill, but you don't actually put it on.
It
Here's-
just has a aroma.
Here's if you're in the right company and you're having blue, no problem. Here's the problem I had. One time I had a steak blue, and we started talking about injuries. When you start talking about gruesome injuries, and you're eating a rare steak, and you
Yeah.
talk about the time that you got cut open and you could see inside yourself, that little chewiness that you get from the blue steak, just cook it.
Yeah.
Cook it more.
Just give it a little bit of heat.
Cook it more.
Just walk it past the grill a little bit slower. Rob is coming in. Rob, I'd be curious what your position is on Sasquatch, aliens, and ghosts too.
I think
What's that? Is it Pittsburgh? Or there's like a very crispy on the outside, but very rare on the inside. What's that?
My uncle owns a restaurant. I'm trying to think what he calls it at his restaurant. What was it called? They have a specific name instead of just like, how do you like your steak done? And it's actually after a famous NASCAR driver.
really
And like how they have it at.
the Tony Stewart way. The Earnhardt, I just want it dead. I'm sorry for that.
Too
I'm
soon.
sorry. I'm too
Too
soon.
soon.
But rare. All right.
Life pro tip: we do the sous vide at home,
Okay.
and you get it perfectly cut. You get it perfectly cooked in the middle. Like it is the easiest way.
But it takes like an hour and a half to do it, right?
Yeah, but it takes an hour and a half or 5 hours. So you throw it in the sous vide in the sous vide thing.
You're
And
in a
then when
different tax bracket.
when you're
Okay.
You got sous vide machines.
are ready to like serve your guests, you sear it on the outside, and it's perfect on the inside.
And even if it's medium at that point, if it's a little bit over, it's still nice and juicy, right?
It's an amazing, like the sous vide way is the way to go if you are like I was always very scared to serve steak to guests because you don't know what it's going to do and you don't know if it's going to be overcooked or undercooked. the sous vide way is a way to go, and it's not expensive. It's not a tax bracket thing. It's like $85 to get
See
this
the
thing.
justification?
You're cooking a steak in water, man.
But it's the most brilliant way to have like a dinner party at home, which might be a tax bracket thing.
Keep going,
But,
keep going. Get yourself out of the hole.
Yeah.
But you throw it in the
Your
sous
pinky
vide thing.
up or down
It has
or-
got everything. You sear it real. You're talking. You're having cocktails. You enjoy a cigar. You sear it on both sides, and it's perfect every time.
99% of the time, it works every time.
Yeah.
Amen.
Nice.
Chris Coulter, Squatch, 9. Ghosts and Spirits, 10. Aliens, something else out there, 9.
I knew I liked Chris.
Yeah.
That dude's.
Yeah, he's a believer.
He's a believer.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Here's a new little something that I just thought of. What's your spirit animal?
Oh, I don't mind.
I got this.
Really, that quick?
Yeah.
I got
I
this.
still don't know.
I
I've been
always
thinking
thought-
about this for like 15 minutes. I don't know mine.
No, I got mine
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. Eagle.
Freedom.
Bald eagle.
So freedom.
Why?
Because they fly around and get rabbits.
Thanks, Pops.
Yeah. We're here to pick up the rabbits because those are ghosts, obviously. No, I've
You're an eagle?
always been fascinated by them. I like them. I've seen them.
Eagles.
Never.
Ever.
We've,
In the 20
20,
years.
20 some years we've been together. She's never asked me my spirit animal.
I've never asked Ale either.
No.
Which oh, that's easy. That's easy.
Yeah. A dog.
You had yours right away.
Yeah, mine's like a octopus, but more specifically like a kraken.
Oh.
Oh.
Like very fierce, but I've got like always 8 things running, like always out there reaching, doing just fucking shit up, right?
Nice.
That's me, octopus, but more specifically kraken, which is also like maybe a ghosty
alien?
kind of alien type of thing.
Oh
Kraken.
man, you guys had yours so good. No, you go, because I haven't given this enough thought yet. I'm gonna be upset about my answer. I'm just thinking of animals now. I'm like, all right, cow, no, deer, no.
Jake Powell said mine's easy. An owl.
Yes, an owl. Actually, I
That's
think
perfect.
JP's is good with an owl. Will someone please comment just the name of different animals so I can
A
see if I like that
liger,
one?
tiger.
A liger, a good one.
Liger's good. His is an owl because he just kind of sits and just he's just
Turns
looking.
around. Yeah.
He thinks he's got some wisdom, which is good. And
I've never seen an owl whip up a meme real quick though. He's pretty good at that.
he is
His,
really good
his
at that.
spirit animal is the meme application.
Talk about yours for a long time so I can think of an animal. I'm just gonna Google animals.
I think honestly it's a panther. Like I like to study people a little bit, and then like if they're about to purge out, I like to try to think of like, okay, what's my next step with it? Like even when I'm working here, I try to think what my next step is. Like, okay, that person's about to be done with that cigar. Let me try to see if I can sell them another cigar, or let me clean out that ashtray real quick. I try to think of
Ounces.
some,
Ounces.
Yeah.
like I think of like, okay, second, and having a learning disability doesn't help with it. And I literally try to think, okay, let me think outside of the box of this.
Like it. So Carrie's coming in as
With
a
giraffe.
giraffe. She picks the
Giraffe.
only animal that's got red hair.
No, that was
So-
for Brandon.
No, I gotta get.
No,
I
no,
gotta-
keep it
Oh,
coming,
that's
keep
for
it
you.
coming.
Suggestion for
No,
Brandon.
no,
I
thank
thought
you.
that was yours.
Actually, that matches her pretty well.
Sam's going dragon.
I got a good one for you. Like I know what yours. Like what I see.
That was the next round. That because I'm pushing back and I don't know, I was gonna say, why don't we go around the table and say what we think each other are?
I got a good one for you. That's a pregnant pause. That's what they call that in the industry. You ready for it?
Yeah.
So, I've sent 3 kids, 3 boys. I have 5 kids, 3 boys. I think you as there's this picture I have of like this big, I don't know if it's an elk or like just a buck with like 30 points, just like shows up in a room, like super,
Present.
Loud.
no.
Dickhead. Just checking out the chicks. Like, what's up?
No. It's like this unassuming, like, holy shit. There's Brandon.
A stag.
Like a stag. I think that's
It's a
you.
monarch stag.
Yes. The monarch
Wow.
stag is exactly what I'm talking about, and I think that's. It sounds like super gay
We
that
give
I'm
you
pulling you. But I believe like the stag shows up and it's not like a predator. But when a stag shows up, like I'm not a hunter, but like with a lot of antlers,
You kill it.
that's like something to be reckoned with. It's a super proud. You've got to respect it. It's like that thing you line up in your sights and you're like, I can't fucking kill that thing.
No.
Like it's too majestic.
Whoa.
I was gonna say beautiful,
Whoa.
which is gonna sound
Thank
super
you.
That's gay in so
Whoa.
many different ways.
But
That's so
I
cool.
see you as that. I see you showing up as this like stag.
Wow. Go with
There you go.
that. That sounds awesme.
Yes, I'll
Anything
take
you
that.
come up with is gonna be. You're gonna do like a prairie dog.
Yeah.
or
I was
something. Look around, get shot.
A perch.
Yeah, a perch. Yeah,
I was
I'm a
gonna-
sunfish.
I mean, honestly, a wild horse in a way, because how they go in groups at times, because how you like to not really kind of control, but you kind of like to
Don't laugh
guide
like that.
someone in the right path. Like if something's going on, you try to fix it. Like if there's an uncomfortable situation, you try to fix it.
I see it.
I have you more as the
What are you
little-
gonna put it as, Dad?
the dog that runs around that's herding all the sheep.
Oh,
And
so
you're just
good, that's
so
so
calm beside him, and then when they get out of line, you just go bite
Just
their
nipping
leg.
heels.
A good standard
Nipping heels.
Australian Shepherd.
Yeah, Australian
oh,
Shepherd.
I was gonna say a collie. That's my dog right there.
Yeah, Australian Shepherd. They're smart as shit, man. Look at that.
Yeah,
Good
don't
catch
catch.
that. Thank
Good
you.
catch.
Nice. He caught the ember too, right in his hand.
And you know what? Jake Powell comes in and says that stag rhymes with something. Frag.
Right.
Frag.
I've never heard of a
Yeah,
frag.
I don't know.
explosive.
Yeah, that sounds.
That's
like
Frag.
good.
Wow.
Man, that was cool. What a compliment that
There you
was.
Now you're gonna have to be looking up stags on the.
Oh, you already,
Yeah.
you already know what my license plate's gonna
Don't
be.
Google that.
Balls just grew 3 times the size.
Yeah. You just stag to sag right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's gonna go home, Ollie, I'm a stag.
Yeah. What's
Which
up?
makes a lot of sense. Which makes a lot of sense.
Allie knows.
Yeah.
Allie
She
knows.
knows.
And then she's
She knows
just gonna
she's
put.
got 3 kids.
She's gonna put you in her chairs and shoot your ass. Is what she's gonna do.
Oh, just take me out of my misery.
Yeah.
Just sitting here.
Bam.
Got bitches on the left and the right. Let's keep moving, shall we?
Jake
Hey,
said-
you know what? I
Jake
like
says-
that expression though.
Jake says that you're more like a peacock. Gotta let him fly.
You gotta let me fly, Cap.
Peacock. Peacock. I don't know if
I would go with
that.
the stag. It's
If-
more masculine.
If anyone has ever, so Ale's neighbor has peacocks, and
Why
they
is
are
it
the most.
Ally's neighbor, not your neighbor? Don't you
No,
guys
no,
live
in
the same
Mexico.
home? Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I don't let her live in the same house. But regardless, back in Mexico, when I send her back, her mom has neighbors that have peacocks. That is the most annoying animal I
Yeah.
have ever heard.
Yeah.
Crazy watchdogs. Like they're.
The worst. They are the worst. I wouldn't have gone with the stag, but I appreciate that. That means
that's solid.
means a lot. That's pretty cool. Oh, I'm walking in here all different now. I'm gonna wear my tight jeans, my boner pants.
You're gonna be moving the head around, knocking shit off the shelf.
Knocking, sorry, stag coming through.
Don't mind me.
You can't get in the door.
I'm a.
You gotta go in sideways.
Stag. That was cool.
Yeah.
Should we end?
How you gonna top that?
How are you gonna top that? All right, well, stag signing off.
That's it. So that's it for Cigar Talk Live on Tuesday nights. Be sure to watch us. Begley, are you gonna do Size Matters?
Yep.
We're gonna do Size Matters on Thursday. Of course, we have Tales from the Lounge on Wednesday. We have
Lead and Leaf.
Lead and Leaf on Wednesday. Begley's Size Matters, which she has to have Carrie on because that's always the best show.
I
ever.
don't see why that isn't.
That
just a
needs to
week.
be like every week.
Okay, I think I'm.
And
Saturday.
then Saturday at the shop, this week's episode, the 200th
Oh my goodness.
episode.
200th.
I can't wait to see the pops walk in.
Oh yeah.
It's
With
seen-
Sas- and what's interesting is in the whole Sasquatch theme, that's called the Sats Walk.
Okay.
So yeah, we're doing the Sats Walk on
Amazing.
Saturday. This one's going to have to be 200th episode worthy.
I'm just not sure I'm ready to be done with this show, you know?
Well, we don't have to bore these guys anymore, but we can just light up another cigar and call it.
I'm
the rest
good
of
with
the
that.
night. What you guys got left?
Yeah, we do have a lot to finish. You guys failed. You did not even get close. But we have next week for that.
We have
so,
next week.
What number are we on?
100.
All right.
I tried.
What about chat? Like, how many people have commented? Do you know?
100.
100?
Yeah.
I got something interesting to talk about.
Okay.
Bring it home.
All right, bring it home.
So I've been
Hit
doing.
share because this is gonna be good.
Yeah.
So some of you guys know that I have been doing this whole trading recently. So I started with a Tupperware dirt, and I'm trying to get all the
Hang
way
on,
up to
back
With
that up.
what?
A what?
a Tupperware dirt.
Tupperware.
What in the fuck is a Tupperware?
A Tupperware.
A Tupperware, like
Tupperware.
Rubbermaid,
With a P?
Tupperware.
like Tupperware.
Camper chef Tupperware?
Yes.
No, KitchenAid.
Like KitchenMaid, it has
Okay.
dirt in
Okay.
it.
All right.
It's not going well.
Let's start out with you put dirt in it.
Yes.
Okay.
And so there's a famous story.
Watch this though.
A woman literally trades a paperclip
Yeah,
to
yeah.
a house. And I was
Well,
saying,
don't take credit for the whole idea. Don't just give credit to someone else. That's not what the show is.
Oh, if I could have started with a paperclip, I could have got there. But the dirt,
Where
I
do
want to
you-
hear about the dirt.
Okay, so you start with the Tupperware
yeah.
dirt.
And so I traded that for a disc golf set. Traded that disc golf set for a Bluetooth speaker that was like $150. Then I traded that for golf clubs. Then that golf clubs for a treadmill, a working treadmill that you could find at LA Fitness or any kind of facility, workout environment, for a drone. Then that drone for a gaming computer. Then that gaming computer for a mini bike. Then that mini bike for a three-wheeler. And
Where are you at now?
I still have this three-wheeler. I was gonna.
You've been there for like 8 months.
Like a
But he
Honda
started with
three-
dirt.
A Honda
Uh,
three-wheeler?
it's a
Yes,
it's
a Yamaha.
It's a Yami 252 stroke.
Wow.
And I literally.
Bucket of dirt? A
Yes.
Tupperware of dirt?
Tupperware.
Tupperware.
It,
Holy
Tupperware.
shit.
it literally. So many people are like, "What you did? What? What was in this dirt? Was this
I've
natural?"
noticed you've hit a wall though.
Yes, I've hit a wall because so
I
recently.
think you need to go back and circle back to the guy that traded you for the dirt because that guy's a target.
Well,
I
got
can
what?
tell you,
He's a
he's
what?
a target.
well, the reason I've been on a pause was I recently tore my MCL, my PCL, and fractured my kneecap.
What'd you trade that for?
Surgery.
Well,
You
should have got some dirt for it.
You should have stolen them in the hospital. You could have really stepped up.
Yes, but it's something I've been doing. It's something that makes people say, okay, that's kind of weird, but that's actually kind of cool at the same time.
It is. So what are you going for, like a used Ford Ranger next, or?
I'm trying to see whatever I can get
I-
next.
What platform
Honda.
are you using?
Facebook.
On the ridgeline.
Facebook
Get the
Marketplace?
fuck out of here.
Yes.
What am I gonna do with a three-wheeler?
Rob says, talking about the hustle.
Right.
That's crazy.
So what's your next? How do you level up from a two-stroke?
So I had someone actually message me about a 1987 GMC 1500, and I was like, "This is perfect." And I was literally 5 minutes
Gasket.
away from the guy, and he literally said, "Oh, I forgot to tell you, needs a new battery, needs a new carburetor, and
Yeah, but
needs."
you can trade. You get a couple more buckets of dirt. You get that.
Yeah, that's like 6-7 buckets.
I can go get 8-9 buckets of dirt.
I got a bucket of
I
shit
get that
and you
whole
can
car
fill
running
that
like
with
a
dirt.
top.
It just,
I got gravel. I got pea gravel at the house. Whatever you want to do, man.
it just.
Bucket I take a shit in. You can fill that with beer gravel.
No, I'm not trading that because
Whatever you want to do.
putting that on Facebook would just get red flag.
Whatever
Stag
you
shit.
want.
It's rare.
You've created a whole thing now.
Oh yeah. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that's.
I mean,
weird as
I've not
shit.
told you, but I've told your sons about
He
it.
took-
How you sitting on cigars? I could trade you for that $250, and I could probably get you a couple boxes of cigars.
That'd be awesome.
Then you could use that to get something really cool.
I think that'd be awesome.
And we'll teach Alessi how to ride the three-wheeler.
Yeah.
What, a 250
Well, we have
two-stroke
to-
three-wheeler?
we
Yeah,
have to
super
stroke it
safe
down.
too. That's why they keep on making them, right?
We can
Yeah,
pull
exactly.
that. We can pull that motor out, and put it in a go-kart.
There's a reason why they stopped making them the same year they invented fucking seatbelts. Okay?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, three-wheelers are a little bit more dangerous.
They're death trap.
It's got the thumb throttle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has the thumb throttle, works everything, and it comes with a whole
List of injuries.
Yeah.
list of injuries. But it has,
It just has 911 and then all your health stuff right on the handlebar.
in case of emergency, call this
You
number.
take that 1500, put a battery in it, because you got to trade up, but you got to invest into it.
Yeah, you gotta
throw
make all of
$100
it.
into a battery, a carburetor. Just throw some carb cleaner on it, get it running for long enough to trade to some idiot on Facebook, and keep rolling.
Yeah.
It's one
You're
of,
so close from it.
and I'm trying to get a brand new truck with it.
You're not going
And
to do that with no two-stroke.
I know, so that's
No,
why I'm
but-
at that dead point.
That's awesome.
And
I think it'd be awesome if the story ends back where he gets another Tupperware.
But like
someone
a whole-
did message me as a joke. They said, "I got some dirt if you want." I was like, "No, thanks."
How you sit on Tupperware, though.
Yeah.
And it just
Never have enough.
it literally makes me laugh. Like when I tell friends, they're like, "How can we help?" Like,
I mean, I've been at some low points in my life, but I've never wanted dirt.
and I literally messaged this guy. I was like, "Why are you doing this? I just want to know why." He's like, "I think this is an awesome idea."
Wow. Okay.
All right, well, we're done
Oh.
now. Stag out.
So that's it. That's Tuesday night's trade shop, and we will you have full of dirt. We're gonna start tonight. We're starting with nothing, and we're gonna have somebody give us a Tupperware of dirt.
Yeah.
We'll beat you
We're gonna
to a
start
truck.
with
Oh,
zero.
if you beat me, I'll beat you.
I'll beat you to a truck. Bring in a Tupperware of dirt, and we will
Okay.
trade you something that's free.
A sticker.
We're out of here.
All right, we're out of here. See you
See ya.
guys.